Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That one, 28 yards on the ground.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there. But you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
They keep it with Miller on first down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jabal Sheard coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Here we go! Ohio! Ohio!
Watson now to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Christine Michael. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. To throw on second down is Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Watkins in there to sack him for a loss of 6. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Here's Ellington. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Texans take possession. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now it's Watson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And it's 3rd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside. But let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On 3rd down, Miller. And he is knocked down from the side. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run. It's Miller. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Now a 1st down throw. Watson steps away to his left. Dumps it complete to Miller. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Watson. Miller on the catch over the middle. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of...
And he fires one that's intercepted. That's the rookie from Ohio State, Malik Hooker, with the INT. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dante Moncrief, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best.
Lamar Miller, he's at the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 82 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On second down, here's Locke. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. From the gun, here's Locke. Buying time to his left. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And now it's second down.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second, because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body back into traffic.
Big no-no.
Oh, that's a monster no-no. The only good thing that happened, it fell incomplete. Very fortunate.
Locke. Being chased out left. They find some open field here. Certainly not what this offense wants to see. Andrew Luck down and appears to be in some pain. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. So Luck is out on the sidelines getting looked at. And all eyes now on the backup quarterback as he'll duck under center. 3rd and short yardage, but set. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Reminder later tonight, a good one down in Miami. It'll be the Raiders and the Dolphins. A lot of playoff history between those two in the 70s.
Yeah, there sure is.
And then tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 9, the unofficial halfway point of the season with the Lions and Packers from Lambeau.
Here we go. Flick round. Flick round.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Paul Kruger able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2.
Partner, I know that ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. After the penalty, it's Miller. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. Here's Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. What? We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. And they'll run for it with Miller. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll try and run again with Blue. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Alfred Blue, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up, because I haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up, because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. 2nd down following the run. They run again with Michael. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
On 2nd down, Brissett again. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
They go to Michael again. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's got his man Hilton. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kamar Aiken as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are in for 6. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Paul Kruger in there to get him. His second sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On the run, this is Michael. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On the ground, it's Michael. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Set from the gun on third. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jabal Sheard in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw, Watson, flush to his right. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So second and 10 here. Watson. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Texans on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And Miller with it over the middle. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. On first and 10, Watson escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. And the Falcons sort of opening things up there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because
they've got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 38. Now a play fake here on first down. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. 23 yards on the play.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the red zone now, Watson steps away to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Al Woods getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Watson now on second down. Buying time, under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jonathan Bostic in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? This is Miller. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
His kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They go play action here on first down. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. To the right side to Aiken. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Watkins in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Second down, Brissett. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. What? Ohio.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. First down, Watson. Being chased down, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Bostic in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on...
And he's going to go down again. Paul Kruger getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Here's Shane Leckler now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They'll run a toss play to Michael. It's a gain of 4 that time, and that'll be good for an Indianapolis first.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Play action now. Brissett is going to fire one deep, middle of the... And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Watson now to throw. Forced out to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 3rd down, that's Miller. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they get 28 yards on that one. To throw is Watson. And it's good enough for a Houston first down. On the right side, this is Miller. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they're operating in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everybody.